It will be if you're gripping onto the handlebars really tightly. Now at the end of the road we're going to be turning left, okay? So moving to your left now because we've got the oncoming car. Got to make sure we look over our shoulder. Use your brakes to start slowing down now. Use your front brake, not your rear. Looking for trains. There we go, and we're turning left. Stay to your left though, because we don't want to be turning away from where we're turning towards. Okay? Okay, pull over on the side of the road. Yep, off onto the dirt. Pull off onto the side of the road completely. That's alright. Come to a stop here and then switch her off for a minute. Cool. How are we feeling?
I'm learning, it's good, it's nice, but you know, I know I did a mistake here.
Yeah, no, I've got no problem with that whatsoever. It's just that when we're doing our lessons, we're always doing something a certain way, and I'm always telling you how to do things a certain way. So remember, whenever we're doing more than 20 kilometers an hour, always use your front brake first.
Okay.
Don't use your rear brake on its own at high speed. Okay? If it's more than 20, always use your front brake first.
Okay.
Because at that high speed, your rear brake is going to be useless when it comes to an emergency situation.
Okay.
The reason why we always want to use our front brake first is because in a real emergency, I always want your first reaction to be to go to the front brake. Yeah, to use the front brake. If you're always using your rear brake all the time, and later on in life when you've got a real emergency, you're going to stomp on that rear brake and you're not going to stop. Yeah, you're going to get hurt or worse. So yeah, anything above 20 k's an hour, always use that front brake first, okay? Always. Yep. Again, with our indicators, still having to tell you to turn your indicators off. So yeah, you have to remind yourself. So myself, I'll be taking the turn. I'll be like, okay, I'll be coming up to the intersection. I'll say, cool, indicating, checking my mirrors, going down through my gears, slowing down, closing the gap off on the curb, for example. And then, yeah, looking to cars. And then once I've taken the turn, I'll tell myself, cool, indicator off. And then next thing I'll concentrate on is my road positioning and my speed. So yeah, always talk to yourself. Tell yourself what you need to do along the way, if you can. And the other issue that we've got is not being in the correct gear. So yeah, when you're slowing down, you're still approaching things too quickly for your skill level at the moment. So try to slow it down a little bit more. Take a little bit more time. I don't care if you have to slow down a little bit earlier. That's fine, as long as I can see you're actually getting into the gear you need. Yeah. If you're slowing down and you're still not doing it, then yeah, that's an even bigger issue. So got to make sure you're going down through your gears. A lot of the time, because you're approaching the intersection too quickly, you're kind of panicking a little bit and you're holding your clutch in and tapping through your gears. So if you're holding that clutch in and you're tapping down through your gears, you don't know what gear you've selected. So yeah, you got to make sure as you're slowing down, the revs will drop off. Cool. Clutch in, shift down, clutch out. Okay.
This is the first time, I'm driving this fast.
Yeah, I know. That's why I know this. That's why I'm bringing you out here.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why I'm bringing you out here. Because I don't always just do do all the low speed stuff. I've got to make sure you're good at the high speed as well.
I'm loving it, yeah.
Yeah, all good. But yeah, when you're approaching, because we're doing such a high speed, obviously when you see an intersection coming up, start slowing it down a bit earlier. Give yourself more time to do things. Okay? If you don't have time to get down into first gear, slow down more. Okay? But yeah, make sure you go down your gears step by step when you're slowing down, okay? So you know what gear you're in, so you can feel how that bike's reacting when you're riding at the speed that you're at.
Change one gear at a time.
Yes, change one gear at a time. Don't just clutch in and then tap, 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 tap. Yeah, because then you don't know what gear you're in. You think you might be in first, but you might not be. Or you might be looking for second and then you might not be. Yeah. Or if we're going faster through a corner and you go down to first, then you might lock up that rear wheel because the bike will be revving too much. So if you just tap down to all your gears, you're going to select the wrong gear eventually and you're going to get into trouble. So yeah, always go down your gears step by step. All right, so that's all right.
I see some people, putting the revs up when they change.
No, you don't put your revs up when you change. No, you don't want to do that. You don't have to do that. It's always an on and off motion with the clutch and the throttle. So if you're bringing in your clutch, you close the revs. You change your gear, you start letting the clutch out, you start bringing the throttle back on. So it's just an on and off motion, just like you would in a car. Okay, so yeah, we don't have to do anything fancy. All right, when you're ready, starting her up, let's get some airflow because it is stupidly hot today. Remember, the mirror indicates shoulder check. We'll wait for this car to come past us because unfortunately this is 110 zone, so if you can get up to at least 80 for me, I'll be happy. But we'll wait for this car to go past us before we take off. Yeah, we're going straight. Yeah, when you're ready. What am I going to tell you to do? There we go. So let's see if we can get ourselves up to at least 80, okay? Stay on your side of the road though. If something does happen to jump out in front of us, don't just jam on the brake, okay? You've got to be nice and smooth and gentle with your braking still. Sometimes you might not have enough time to stop. But yeah, we never want to just jam the brake on in one big hit. Got a bit of a hill coming up here, so we're going to move to our left-hand wheel track, okay? We can't see over the hill, so we don't know if there's a car coming on our side of the road or not. No? 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 Yep, just maintain your speed, okay? Now there's no cars coming, we can move back to our right, so we can be away from all these trees.